lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Well, everyone, here I am out on the front porch, which I have not winterized yet, and it is already after 4 o'clock. It's going to get dark very quickly. No fooling around. Okay, no cup of coffee is brought to you by. We need to zip right on past that. Because earlier today, I put out a preview video to show you what I'm selling tonight during the Two Chaps live sale. And in that video, I said, later on tonight, there'll be 2 videos. That's right, 2. Okay, so this is part 2. The first video was me in the thrift stores. Okay, go watch it, please. That was part 1. This is now part 2, where I show you everything. Now, most of it, I have not gone and gotten down into my books yet. It takes time to research things. So, but don't you worry, you know I will. And that's what I'm going to do on Tuesday morning after I pump out the invoices. Okay, so let me show you the things that I bought in the thrift stores. Again, as I said, some of it I haven't even bothered, most of it, to look up yet. 4 beautiful blue, they are sort of an icy blue, don't know if you can see it, depression glass plates. These are fire polished, so this is good glass. Look at that etch. 4 of these, and this is one of your department store glass companies. You know, Heisey, Cambridge, Fostoria, US Glass, that kind of thing. Not the giveaway. So I'm going to be looking those up. Also, I don't think that this is a reproduction. A good mother makes a happy home. Again, this will be on the EAPG database. I'll find it. That's 125 years old, easily. Peasily. Okay. 2. There's 1. There's 2. Crackle glass, 1960s, probably made in West Virginia. These I'll hold on to until the snow and ice extravaganza, which will take place in early January. I think you saw, we had, I'm pouring things upside down. You know, it's all sitting out here on the ledge. We had a thunderstorm and rain last night, like, ooh. I mean, it was like a summertime storm. I don't know about where you are, but that thunder almost threw me out of the bed. Anyway, the rain came in, but this stuff didn't get wet. Roseville, a small one. It's not marked, but it is Roseville, and this particular pattern came out in the late 20s, 1927, 28, something like that. So, and no damage on it, none. I bought 4 of these, and I'm delighted to tell you that they are Duncan & Miller. I wasn't sure when I found them at the 2nd Avenue thrift store, but that's the sandwich pattern in their footed water or iced tea, and I got just enough to go with my my sandwich glass set. The sandwich pattern, popular 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. They just pumped it out and pumped it out. This is another one which we're going to save for the snow and ice. That's Silver Crest by Fenton. We know that. Yeah? See it? Okay. Get it? Snow and ice. Okay. If you don't know what I'm talking about, these are the colors that we'll have in January when we take down all the Christmas and then everybody goes, ugh, there's nothing to decorate with. I have to clean this bad boy up. Not terribly easy to find. The Chase from Brooklyn, chrome, gravy boat, and its underpants. Got to clean them, get some of this oxidation off of them. Look at that butterscotch Bakelite handle, 1930s. That would have really shocked great grandma, unless she was a modern, you know, unless she liked modern things. How about this? Some more barware. That's Federal glass. Look at that. That's also from the 30s. Yeah. And then the Lancaster with the petals in it like we see in Jubilee. But this has that etch, 3 feet. Now that's pretty yellow glass. Lancaster and Falstoria, well, and others. But that's a really pretty yellow. We'll hold on to that for a hot minute. I got 2 pieces of Carnival. Ugh. Little nappy, which with the one handle, of course. Nappies generally have one. Well, not 2, but sometimes they don't have any. And then another. So 2 Carnival. Old Carnival, old 19, 10, 20. And then, well, where's the other? Here it is. 2 pieces of, ooh, my neck is getting cold. It is cold today. 2 pieces of McCoy. I cleaned this up beautifully. Look at that flower pot. There. In a really nice cream color with the attached, drainage saucer. The other piece of McCoy is very sought after Art Deco pattern. It's a small planter. Now, somebody came along and put a hole in it. All right, well, I know you drill it, you kill it, and I'm okay, because it is a planter, and we do want plants to drain, so I don't like that, but it doesn't ruin it. Makes it a little bit more functional, I guess. Very Deco, love that glaze. Art Deco pottery. I think you remember this drippolator. Oh, you're cold. Porcelain. And I've got the porcelain drippolator down in the basement that I can use with it. But anyway, so 30s and 40s, 1930s and 40s. This piece was made by Tiffin at the Tiffin factory, which became part of United States Glass. And look how pretty the etch is on that. So a 3-footed console bowl from the Tiffin factory. This is going to date to the 30s. See? Isn't that nice? Okay. And then back here, I did look all of this EAPG up. So I have the names and the makers of every piece of EAPG that I'm about to show you, but I'm not going to tell you now because I want to get through this video, and I'll tell you when the EAPG comes up for sale, whenever that is. So I've already got the patterns. I looked them all up myself, except for one. Lovely vase, tall. That's 10.5 inches tall. Hello, hello, beep, beep, beep. Okay. An EAPG spooner, early American pattern glass. Yeah. All of this is going to be from the 1880s, 1890s. Maybe 1910, yeah. And again, as I said, I know, I just haven't. Look at this. You know who Aunt Polly is? Well, there she is. I never, ever, ever find Aunt Polly. It's a depression glass pattern. I think I found 3 sherbets. And that, when I got my hands on that, I said, well, that's the biggest cream soup I've ever seen. I don't think it's a cream soup, right? But cream soups have 2 handles like this. Then I thought, was it a really big sugar bowl or a small compote? Nope, I went to my books. I love my books. Thank you, Jean Florence. And others. Mawsey and Hazel Marie Weatherman and others. Warmans, but I went to my Jean Florence book. It's an open candy dish. So I love it. It's not missing a thing. It's an open candy dish. You don't get a lot of candy dishes in many of the Depression glass lines, but this is that's called Aunt Polly. There's another Depression glass piece in green. See? And you know, I've had this pattern before. Not a chip. Look at all these points. Aren't they dying? Wouldn't you think that sometime between 1933 and 2026 that somebody would have banged that on a kitchen cabinet? Nobody ever did. Not a single problem. Mixing bowl, or well, not a mixing bowl, a serving bowl from the 30s. And then a decorative plate, a decorative calendar plate. I love these things. That quaint. And this one is 19. Oh, I can't see that. Jeepers creepers. Where'd you get those peepers? This is 1913. See? With the calendar all around it. 1913. A couple more pattern glass pieces. Again, I did look all of these up in the database. I have the sale tonight. I ran around today. I'm a little bit behind. I won't tell that joke, but you've heard me tell it a million times. Okay, I'll tell it. Did you hear about the meat grinder that sat down on the job and got a little behind in his work? Well, that's me. So 1 is good, 2 are better. Woo! Okay, there they are. 2 EAPG vases. Yep, we're going to sell them at some point, not today. Ooh. Now, these, if you watched the front seat frivolities the other day, you saw me have a fit over this. And when I held it up, Karen happened to be there in the chat, and I said, "Go ahead, Karen. I know you're going to do it anyway. Take a screenshot." I knew she couldn't wait, and she did. She went right to the EAPG database and found it. It is a honey/butter dish. It's an odd size in that it's so shallow, and there is a crack in it. Well, whatever. I couldn't say no to it, even though it had that crack on the rim. I don't like it, but there it is. It doesn't go all the way down. It's just on the rim. The fact that it has its lid, and we're talking about something from the 1880s with a lid, absolutely. So for honey or butter. And then I found another one the next day. Yesterday, I found this little guy. That's another one that is honey/butter with its lid. And the underpants are attached. No damage. $1880s. I'm telling you. Oh, now, you try to find parchment lampshades. You can't. Well, I did, but they're hard to get your hands on, antique parchment lampshades. There's one from the 40s. Probably went to a child's room, a little farm scene. And it's just fantastic. Clips onto the light bulb. Yeah. Considered to be in excellent shape for a parchment shade. Talk about ephemeral. These things, they just simply don't, unless it was sitting in an attic or gets put in an attic, they just don't survive. Isn't that quaint? The little farm and little farm people. Look. What is that, a tent in the backyard? What are they doing? I don't know what that is. What's that back there? Some little farm person in a carriage. What's that back there? I don't know. Anyway. And then I found another, come here, Art Deco black glass console bowl. Now, this one did have silver overlay and it's gone. But the ghost marks are there. You're going to have to live with it. It's going to look like etching when I hold it up to you. It's not etched. It's where the silver overlay had adhered to this, and it's gone. But now it kind of does almost look like a faint etch. A little bit of silver left in one or two spots. You know, there, but that's it. Basically. So, okay, I like it. It's not chipped or cracked. I'm going to put that away until next autumn. I think we probably so. We did that. Ooh, come here. All right, I'll show you this in a minute. I really am trying to do this before the sun goes completely down. It looks brighter than it is because I've turned my overhead porch light on, but we're losing light quickly. All right. Oh, 4 of these. Pink Pink You Stink. 4 of them. No chips, no cracks. From the 30s, of course. Late 20s. Pink comes on the scene in the late 20s. It's one of the earliest colors in Depression glass. Before the Depression. You know, before the crash in October of 29. We already have pink glass in 1927, 28. Oh yeah, I have 4 of those. We did the Aunt Polly. You know how much I love painted Depression glass. Here's one. Candy dish, open. Or open compote. Or comport. See? This is all paint. And there were... What's that noise? Somebody's car. There were 10, 15 or so glass companies in the US that could do this and did it at that time. So I'll get into my 1920s book and see if I can find it. I'm also going to be able to okay, all right. I broke my rule, but rules are meant to be broken in some cases. And I told you why I would break my own rule. Those run-of-the-mill center handle tidbit trays, done with them. But when they look like that, ooh, I'll buy that any day. Now, we just took a look at some black glass last night with the points on the end, remember? We saw an example made by Fostoria called Mayfair. We saw an example by the United States Glass Company called Line 1450 or something like that. Here's another one. Again, square, yeah, but they bevel the corners off and they put those little bumps. Look at that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is even unlike the other 2 examples in the black glass that we saw. So, back to my books, but I'll figure it out. You know I will. Pink, gilded, etched. This was expensive. And we have, what have we got on there? Probably some naked lady. Well, no, she's got clothes on. But there's some little annoying child with no clothes on. And, oh gosh, there's nothing worse than an annoying pootie. You know the difference between a pootie and a cherub? I do. I do now. I had to look it up. But there they are. Can you see them? Maybe if I stand, well, maybe that way. Well, I don't know. There's the lady blowing a horn. And she is dressed, and the little winged thing is dancing around with some birds. I don't know. And then we have some flowers and cartouche. They're in there, and then the gold. And so that's nice. We'll figure out who that is. I don't know yet. I'm always so excited to show you these things. And then I got a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, that one has a big chip on it. I don't remember seeing that chip. Well, I guess we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, a set of 5 of them. Well, we have a set of 6, but there's a big chip in this one. This didn't get chipped sitting out here, and I didn't chip it. Well, you know what they do half the time in those, well, okay, never mind. I don't believe that they do it on purpose. Those poor people have so much work to do and they're so busy. I was going to say they take the chipped one and they tape it in between the ones that aren't chipped, but I don't believe that they do that on purpose. Anyway, we've got one that's chipped, and it's not a nice looking chip. Oh well, it's the way that it goes. So now we've got 5 of them in excellent condition and one that's chipped. But anyway, black glass. And look, 3 points inside the 2 shoulders, and it's etched, or not etched, but this is in the pattern. This could be that line from United States Glass. I'm going to compare it and measure it and see. Yeah, right. But it's not the Mayfair by Fostoria, because they had 2 bumps, and the bumps were rounded. Go and look at what I put out last night. If you're saying, Scott, I don't know what you're talking about. You can see from the video last night. So this might be. You know what? I could run in the house. I'm gonna hold on. You just hold on. Let me run. It'll just take a second. Here, admire the what do you call that thing? Rhododendron. Mum, it's a mum, not rhododendron. Hold on, I have to go inside. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, here I come. Ouch. Here I come. I just have to do this because I want to see. I want to know. I want to know. Yep. I think. This looks like the same mold. Yeah. So, sorry. These are the black glass plates made by, now I forget. Never mind. It's either, what did I tell you from last night? Did I say Central or US Glass? See, it's already gone. Whatever it was I told you last night is what that is. This is not the Fostoria Mayfair. Central Glass. All right, so look. And now look at this one with, yeah, the embossed pattern on it. And look at the, right, we're gonna have to do, yeah, the backs are polished the same way. And if I put them, I am so mad that one of those is chipped. Yeah, so see, I know it's not, and it's not lining up right. Anyway, this is just for me to sit here and mess with these. I'll show you the chip on the one. Oh, I'm so mad. Well, we've got 4 of them. We've got 5 of them in excellent condition. Oh, that is a bad. Now that's a chip. Anybody tries to push this off on you as a flea bite, they need their eyes examined. That's a chip. See that? That's bad. Okay, so that's the one you give to Uncle Henry. We know why Uncle Henry gets that one. Because Uncle Henry is the one that always has too many and ends up breaking everything anyway. All right. Makes me mad that that's chipped. I need to stop going on and on about it. I know. Oh, here it is, right in front of my face. Okay. Look at these, and we're almost finished. What time is it? Oh my gosh. Adorable and charming. These appear to have been painted in the 30s. It's an amateur. They did very well. You say, well, how do you know they're from the 30s? I know from the frames. See that frame? They're signed by somebody. Who signed them? Turner, Mueller, Mother, Turner, Mother, Mueller. I don't know. It's somebody. There, you figure it out. I can't know what that says, but see, and look at the cat. Look at the on the backs. 39 cents is probably what they paid for the. And then here's the, you can sell. This is the same person. These are cute and they're small and it's oil, right? All hand painted. That's why there's no glass. I could actually keep these. They're small. I mean, I could easily hang these up somewhere in the bungalow, but I'll probably sell them. And the very last thing that I have time to show you, because I got to get inside. There's still stuff in the truck I haven't brought in. I've got things in the sink I haven't washed. At first glance, you say, oh, big deal. I mean, that's the last thing you wanted to show us? Scott, that's just some dumb little relish dish or pickle dish. All right, so it's EAPG, big deal. It is a big deal. Because I'm covering something up, but I'm now going to take my hands away and let you see. Do you see what I see? I'm not going to start singing Christmas songs yet. I know it doesn't show up out here in the... But anyway, it says 1776, and then the word Centennial, and then you know the next year because you know the Centennial was in 1876. Look at these bear paws with hair on them, reaching out. And there's a bubble in there. That's that little dot right there. But we've got it on both sides. So a commemorative piece for the Centennial, and the huge celebration was held right across the river in Philadelphia in what is Fairmount Park. Someone could have bought this there as a souvenir. They could have, but that's it. The 1876 Centennial. You know how old that is. Wow. 1876. All right, I'm done. I'm finished. Remember, my 8th grade English teacher taught me, food is done, people are finished. And anytime I say I'm done, I can hear her from the grave correcting me. Okay, and I'm glad she did correct me. Well, good folks, that's it. I am thrilled. I'm sorry. I'm thrilled that you could join me today on the front porch. And thank you for watching part 1 and part 2. If you didn't watch part 1, please go back and watch it. I just released it about 20 minutes before releasing this one. Oh, I have lost a button. Oh well. This corduroy coat is older than dirt and I don't care. I like corduroy and I'm going to keep wearing it even if nobody else does. I hope you're going to have a nice hot bowl of soup tonight if it's chilly where you are. I know some of you got some snow. And I imagine this is going to come out, I don't know what time this is going to come out, but the live sale might be over with already. If it's not, we'll see you at 8 o'clock, and if it's already over, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. What did you like? I know I went fast. What didn't you like? And what are you excited about? Everything that I can think of here, I think everything here is going to be for sale at some point. So stay tuned to the OCS so that you don't miss a single thing. That's it. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. Thanks for watching. Wait for the cat. And so long for now.